Hey guys, it's your girl Tati back with another video for the channel. Welcome back to my channel. Hi. For today's video, as y'all could tell from the title, I'm gonna be telling you guys how I pranked my girlfriend and she almost left me. Literally, almost walked out this door. She wasn't gonna get far though. Just kidding. Okay, so last night I decided that I was going to prank my girlfriend because we watch a lot of YouTube videos and we see like now the thing is pranking, like couples pranking each other. I'm so obsessed with YouTube, and now like I'm kind of like getting her into it to the point where she's like, oh, I want to watch this video, I want to watch that video. So I decided at one point that I was gonna prank her, and like me and my best friend we're texting, like we made like a text thread, and then I had my best friend screenshot it and then send it to me, and I took off like my friend's phone number and everything, so it made it look like I was getting a screenshot of like evidence towards something that my girlfriend did. Like I kind of played it as if I was my girlfriend, and then like my best friend was like some random girl that was texting my girlfriend, and kind of played it like that, if that makes any sense. And that prank was so good, and my girlfriend was like, what, like I didn't do anything, like, and I literally asked her, I was like, did you even go to work today, like what's wrong with you, like stuff like that. So I got her really good with that one. And then in turn, she decided to prank me a couple days ago, like a week ago, and literally make me freaking cry. And I started crying, and I was like, you know what, now I'm gonna get you back, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. So I kind of just been like plotting. I've been plotting things, and what was worse about hers was that she filmed it. She filmed the prank that she did on me. So if y'all want to see that prank, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that, and I'll have that video up on my channel. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys about me pranking her last night. So me thinking of all these things like in my head, like, oh, you know, let me prank her, like what should I do, what should I do? I found a perfect opportunity last night, but I didn't film it because I film on my phone. I'm filming this video on my phone, and it's like this is my camera for YouTube. So me being on my phone, like I couldn't be on my phone and film at the same time, so I couldn't film the prank last night. So I just wanted to tell you guys about it. So last night my girl and I are sitting here watching a movie. We're like, okay, we're gonna have movie night, whatever. So I decided that I was gonna be like a little fishy and kind of set the mood for the prank. And I think me and my girlfriend know each other so well, like we already know how we are, and if something's going on, like we already know the signs. We already know how like each other's character, I get not character, but just like our mannerisms, or you know, like whatever changes. So I decided that I was gonna play that, and I was gonna like change a little bit. So normally like when we watch TV, like we'll be laying in bed like cuddling, right? So I decided that she was gonna be sitting on the bed. Because she's sitting on the bed, I'm gonna be sitting like all the way over there, and like literally as soon as I set my butt down on the chair, she was like, interesting, like why are you all the way over there? And I was like, you know, like I don't want to lay right now, like whatever. So we have iMessage games going on. So like mid-movie we're playing these games to each other, and like both of our phones are going off, like whatever, we're, you know, obviously playing back and forth. And then I got it in my head and I was like, perfect time to prank her. I wanted the prank to be making it seem like someone's blowing my phone up. So I turned my ringer off, and she noticed that I turned the ringer off, and then I changed her text tone because she has a different text tone than everybody else. Like in my phone, I always know when she's texting me, and if she would ever hear anything different, like she'd be like, what the heck is that? So I changed her text tone to something else, and then when she texted me a game, like it went off and she was like, that's a new sound, like what is that? She sent me another game, and I changed it again, and this time I changed it to the actual like ringtone of my phone, like when someone calls me. So every time that she would text me a game, it sounded like my phone, like someone was calling me on my phone. So every time, we had multiple games going, and when she texted me the first time and it went off, I like looked at it and I turned off the ringer, as if like, ooh, like someone's calling me, like I don't want to talk to them, so let me turn off the ringer, like I don't want to hear it, blah blah blah. She did it again. My phone goes off, and I look at it and I turn it off again. And at this point, I could see like her energy just like shifting, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want. Perfect. I sent her like back games. She's sending me back games. Like my phone is going off, and I just see like her whole like attitude changing. And then when I see her attitude changing, I was like, okay, let me like, because she's not telling me what's wrong. So I was like, okay, let me like, you know, see what info I can get out of her basically. So I was like, hey, like, do you want to cuddle? And she was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, since when? I was like, you always want to cuddle. And it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit to have my baby say no, but it's okay. And I was like, why? What's wrong? And she goes, oh, nothing, like, I'm fine. So at one point, like, I got up and I stood next to her, and she's like still sitting on the bed. And I stood next to her and I was like, you're so mean, like, why can't I be next to you? And she's like, you could be next to me. She's like, I just don't want to cuddle. And I'm like, come on, let's cuddle. And she's like, no, no, no. And I was like, whatever. So I went and I sat back down. Then I get up and I sit right here. And at one point, like, I was kind of like in her face, and I was like, come on, like, why don't you want to cuddle? And she's like, your phone's going off. And she had just been the one to text me. And so it sounded like someone was calling me, and she's like, don't you want to go get your phone? Like, someone's texting you or calling you. And I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I just made it look like I was looking on my phone, and I was like, no, it's fine. So then I come and I sit on the bed, and she had like got up. I think the thing that like kind of threw it over the edge for her was that someone Snapchatted me, like one of my friends Snapchatted me, and she was like, oh, like, I bet in her head she was like, oh, now she has Snapchats going, like, who is this person that's calling her, texting her, all that. So then, how do you call it? So she, like, I could tell that she got really upset, and she got up off the bed, and she was like, I'm gonna go outside, like, I'm gonna go to the car. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I'm gonna go to the car. Like, not inviting me to the car or anything. Like, normally she'll be like, hey, do you want to come out with me? Like, this time she didn't do none of that. So I knew that she was mad. So then I was like, wait, before you go. I was like, wait, before you go, like, I have to tell you something. I was like, come here. And she's like putting her shoes on, like putting a shirt on, like she's so upset, and like putting her sweater, and she's just so upset. And I was like, wait, come here. But like, my girl, this is how you could tell when she's mad. She's like, don't touch me, don't talk to me, no, nothing. So I kept saying, like, come here, come here. And I stuck my hands out so that she could give me her hands. And she was like, I'm right here, say what you need to say. But she didn't give me her hands, she didn't let me touch her, nothing. And I was like, oh, I got her right where I want her. She goes, who's calling you? Like, who's texting you? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, babe, text me. And I think that me saying, like, oh, just text me, like, she was like, what? Like, and she kind of got that it was a prank, and she kind of like understood that it was a prank. But I was like, just text me. And she was like, no. She's like, who's calling you? I was like, babe, text me. And she's like, no, who's calling you? And I was like, text me. She was like, no, like, I'm not gonna text you. And she was upset. And then finally she like laid on the bed, and I was like, just text me. And so she texted me, and like my phone went off as if someone was calling me, and I just like showed it to her, and it was her name like in my phone. And she was like, you're not funny, like blah blah. I was like, hi, it's a prank. And I thought it was so funny, and I was like, come on, like, you can't be mad, it's a prank, like, you just pranked me, blah blah blah. And then she was like, no, that wasn't funny. Like, no, it wasn't funny. And I was like, come on, give me a hug, give me a kiss, blah, blah. And she's like, no, no, no. And I was like, that's not fair. Like, after the prank that you did on me, like, you made me hug you and kiss you. I was like, you could do the same thing. And she's like, no, no, no. End of the story. We went to the car together, and she still decided that she wanted to be mad. And I was like, that's not fair. So then I got mad. And we're sitting in the car, and I'm, like, playing, like, this new game that I have on my phone. And we're just kind of like being quiet, and like nobody's really saying anything. And then I was like, you know, that's messed up. Like, you made me give you a kiss and a hug, like, when you pranked me. And then I was like, and then you get mad because I prank you, and like, you don't even give me hugs or kisses, nothing. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, babe, like, blah, blah. And then she gave me like a hug and a kiss, and then we like made up. So we're just gonna keep this little prank war going. I keep telling her that that prank that she did on me was so bad. Like, I'm going to hurt her feelings. I'm going to make her cry. I just gotta think about the most perfect plan. And I gotta get another phone so that I can record on that and like be on my phone at the same time. Alrighty, that's the end of my little story time about how my baby got mad and almost left me last night. But I knew that she wasn't gonna go nowhere because it was just a prank. I'm sorry, baby, I love you. And if you guys want to see that prank that she pulled on me, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Do all of that. Like I said before, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in another video.